All right, today we're going to journey into a hidden world, a world that exists inside every single one of us. We are exploring the absolutely incredible tools of modern medicine, tools that let us see inside the human body and turn doctors into modern-day seers.
So, here's the big question, right? The human body. It's this incredibly complex, hidden realm of organs, bones, and blood vessels. For centuries, the only way you could really see what was going on in there was to, well, cut someone open. But what if you could map that entire inner landscape without ever making a single incision? How on earth do you chart the unseen?
Well, the answer is they become seers. The modern magic they use is called radiology, and it's a whole branch of medicine that uses imaging technology to figure out what's wrong and how to fix it. It is, quite literally, the art of seeing what can't be seen. So, come on, let's open this Seer's toolkit and take a look at the instruments inside.
Our journey starts with the first and maybe the most fundamental spell in the book, discovered almost by accident way back in 1895, the X-ray. You have to understand, this was the very first glimpse humanity ever got inside a living body. It was a complete revolution.
So how does this magic actually work? An X-ray is a type of electromagnetic radiation. Just think of it like a special kind of light, one that our eyes can't see. And this light, it has this amazing ability to pass straight through the body's soft stuff, like muscle and fat, but it gets stopped or absorbed by denser things, especially bone.
The final picture you see is basically a map of shadows. Really dense things like your bones soak up the most radiation, so they show up as bright white. Softer tissues absorb less, so they look like shades of gray. And then you have areas filled with air, like your lungs, which look black because the radiation just zips right through.
Now, just like any good spell, the X-ray has its strengths and its weaknesses. On one hand, it's super fast, it's simple, and it's pretty inexpensive. That makes it fantastic for spotting a broken bone or finding something you accidentally swallowed. But its main weakness is that it's a flat 2D image. It's not great for seeing soft tissue problems, and sometimes a big bone can completely hide a problem that's sitting right behind it.
The whole process is like this quick, precise ritual. You change into a gown, take off any metal that might mess up the image. Then they position you just right, maybe cover parts of your body with a lead shield for extra protection. You just have to hold perfectly still for a second. A beam is aimed, and boom! In an instant, the unseen is captured. Okay, let's move on to our next tool. All right, next up in the Seer's kit is a totally different kind of magic, one that doesn't use any radiation at all. This is ultrasound. It's a tool that uses sound to listen to the echoes of life, and it lets us see the body not as a still picture, but in real-time motion. It's pretty amazing.
The key to this magic is the transducer. It's basically a wand of echoes. This handheld device sings a little song made of high-frequency sound waves, way too high for any of us to hear. It sends these sound waves into the body, and then, and this is the crucial part, it listens for the echoes as they bounce back off your organs and tissues.
And get this, not all wands are the same. A good seer chooses their tool based on the vision they're trying to get. A linear wand, the one with the flat head, is perfect for looking at things just below the skin, like blood vessels. But if you need to peer deep down into the abdomen, you'd use a convex wand, the one with the curved head. It sends its sound waves out in a wider fan to see a much bigger picture.
The whole process is just fascinating. First, they put some special gel on your skin. That's just to make sure there are no air bubbles that could block the sound waves. Then the wand sends its sound waves into your body. As those waves hit different things, say the border between your liver and your kidney, they bounce back. The wand detects these returning echoes, and a computer instantly translates how long they took to come back and how strong they were into that moving, live image you see on the screen.
And this is where the power of ultrasound is just wow. Because it's just sound waves, not radiation. It is incredibly safe. It lets us do these amazing things like watch a heart beating in real time, or guide a needle perfectly to its target, or, in this famous example, map the miracle of life itself, seeing a developing baby with incredible detail long before it's even born.
Okay, now we get to one of the most powerful rituals in the whole Seer's arsenal, computed tomography, or as you probably know it, the CT scan. This is some seriously advanced stuff. It takes the basic idea of the X-ray and just kicks it up into a whole other dimension. At the center of this whole ritual is this machine, the gantry. It kind of looks like a giant futuristic donut, right? A motorized table gently moves you through the middle of it, while inside, an X-ray machine and a detector are just spinning around you at incredible speeds.
So what's happening inside that spinning gantry?
Well, as it rotates, it's not taking one picture. It's taking hundreds of individual X-ray snapshots from every single angle you can imagine, all around a super thin slice of your body. It's like taking a picture, moving just a tiny bit, taking another, and another, and another, all the way around you.
And this is where the real magic kicks in. All of that data, hundreds of flat pictures from hundreds of different angles, get sent to a super powerful computer. That computer then acts like a master weaver. It takes all those individual threads of information and stitches them together into one incredibly detailed cross-sectional image, a slice.
And just look at the result. On the left, you've got one of those slices. Think of it like a single page out of a book, a perfectly clear two-dimensional view of the brain at that exact spot. But when you stack all those pages, all those slices together, you get the whole tome. A complete three-dimensional model of the entire organ that doctors can spin around and look at from any angle they want.
So, let's step back for a minute. When you combine these incredible tools, the shadow pictures from the X-ray, the living echoes from the ultrasound, and the detailed books of slices from the CT scan, what does all this power of sight actually give to the modern seer?
Well, it gives them the power to figure out what's wrong with a kind of precision that would have seemed like actual sorcery just 100 years ago. It lets them guide treatments, using these images to navigate inside the body with only the tiniest little cuts. They can find deadly diseases like cancer or heart conditions long before you even feel sick. And they can watch a patient to see exactly how their body is responding to a treatment. At the end of the day, this magic, it isn't just for seeing, it's for healing. And it's a power that saves countless lives every single day.
I mean, just think about it. We've gone from blurry shadows to real-time 3D maps of our own insides. It just makes you wonder, doesn't it? With these powers of sight getting better and better all the time, what other secrets hidden inside us is medicine going to unveil next?